my lord. Now, I am amazed by the kind of discussions which has been going on here. We have been conducting a criminal trial. We are going to the niceties. We have called the CBI. But solicit what kind of discussions which have been going on. The issue is, you ask a common man, a man in the street, there is an examination leak. I came, my petition, I said only one thing. There has been a leak. A leak has been happened. Then there is no alternative. There is no alternative than a retest. It certainly leaves inconvenience. Certainly, and only thing that can be thought of is how to reduce inconvenience. And I made a suggestion, which my friend also adopted, that this test be conducted as a NEET preliminary examination. 13 lakh students are qualified, and they be taken for the final examination. And this is an administrative issue. Today, because of PILs, etc., we treat many things which are in the realm of falling in the exclusive realm of governance into the court. And my lord, therefore, this is something the government did a great injustice to the court. The government it was their problem. It was a issue of governance, and the government very conveniently did not raise the maintainability of these petitions, allowed questions, the detailed arguments to be made for days and days, and they're literally shunning away from their responsibility. There is a government. This is an issue concerning lakhs of people. It is a call of the minister. It is a call of the government, and the government has failed to. I'm not anti-BJP man. In fact, I supported BJP. I advocated for voting for BJP. But what happened today? This is something utterly, I'm not using a very strong expression, unacceptable. The government of the day is accountable to the people. When your lordship, I always say, when your lordship takes a decision, my lord, that only binds the parties before you. When the parliament takes a decision, we are all present in the parliament, and we are symbolically present in the parliament. It binds all of us. In the last couple of years, the governance, what the parliament ought to do, what the government ought to do, the courts are forced to do. Therefore, my lord, the question today is, what is the given situation, what is to be done? Admittedly, there is a leak, and this leaves no option than to cancel the examination, as rightly Justice Vikamnath has said, 0.00% doubt, examination has to be cancelled, and that is the only option. This is a matter which should have been concluded in 20 minutes, and good that we spend a good lot of time. I'm no quarrel about it, and therefore, my advice to the court is that court should not enter into the domain of the executive. Let the government do its job. Let the government answer to the people. The parliament is going on. Session is going on. The very neat issue is before the parliament. And here is a Solicitor General. He doesn't even oppose. I'm for the petitioner. I'm strongly advocating the cancellation of this examination. Still, I said, as a matter of principle, a lawyer has to speak about the fundamental constitutional principle. A fundamental constitutional principle is that these are all administrative issues. And if, assuming that the government, at least the matter should have been relegated to the government should have directed to take a decision. And the government, supposing that the government has taken a decision after hearing both of us, parties affected, not only those who are asking for cancellation of the examination, but also those who are asking for non-cancellation of the examination, because they are the one who stand to benefit by the results. Both parties, to the extent possible, unlike a court, the government is under no obligation to hear everybody, because the government represents the people, and therefore no obligation to hear everybody. But court, when a court decides a matter, it is under a duty to, my lords, listen to everybody. Otherwise, my lord, that res inter alios acta, altori, nosori, non debet. Court has no jurisdiction to bind anybody who is not before it. So having this fundamental principle being stated, and whenever every PAL comes before this court should certainly adjust to itself. The people affected are not here, and we don't represent the people of this country. And these issues concerning the public at large cannot be decided behind the back of them. These proceedings are not representative proceedings. These are proceedings, in my case, 16 students were affected by it. Therefore, my lord, when this case came, the only option is to throw the ball back to the government's court, and the government to take a call on the question of cancellation. And the government would have done it in moments' time. It wouldn't have been able to justify this examination, not even one moment. The government would have come with the conclusion, the decision to cancel it forthwith. And the government very conveniently, saying that is a non-adjudicatory, the Solicitor General says, non-adjudicatory litigation. What is that? Non-adjudicatory. There is nothing like non-adjudicatory. Court's job is to decide disputes. Court's duty is to decide disputed questions of fact and apply the law. If the issues are non-adjudicatory, there is nothing. It is administrative. And my lord, I conclude by saying one word. My lord, I forgive your lordship for all the insult to me and my lord, humiliation. I forgive your lordship. Lord, forgive them for they not know what they are doing. I have nothing in my mind. I have the greatest of regard for your lordships and lordship Padiwala also. I have the greatest of regard, though I was insulted. I don't keep anything in my mind. But my lord, this NEET examination has to be cancelled forthwith. It cannot be delayed 1 minute because precious time of the students are lost, and a fresh examination has to be conducted forthwith. And it is for the government to decide whether it has to be for the 13 lakh students who are selected or it has to be for a lesser number. And these are areas where the court should step in, because what is governing the matters of administration, but those in governance alone come to know about it. Somebody said certainly NEET is a very loosely conducted, all outsourced, but that is true. But in a governance, outsourcing is necessary, without which no government can function. Everything, the NEET department cannot do it. So most of the things which my friend Hoda and Sanjay Khadge argued, with respect, I disagree with. And only my submission is, this is an issue which should be thrown to the government's court. Let them decide. Let them decide. Let the parliament is going. Let them answer to the parliament. And let them not shirk their responsibility and throw all public issues to the court's domain. Because I say so, because average time which an ordinary litigant who comes for grievances is 93 seconds. When I come to your lordships for a SLP, it is dismissed in 93 seconds. And I had a recent incident where my SLP was dismissed even 60 seconds. So therefore, we have to revisit it. The PA business has to be discouraged, and only petitions here, at least affected parties are there. My petition is not PAL. My petition is somebody who is seeking declaration of their fundamental rights. And my lord, I conclude, the research has to be cancelled, examination has to be contested. Greatly obliged.
Just 2 minutes.